So you want to use AI on your college applications, but you don't know where to start. Or maybe you're skeptical that it's not actually cheating. Don't worry when I tell you that there are plenty of ways to use AI and have it not write your entire college essay for you. It's still you writing the essay, but it's just AI helping you, let's say like a teacher would. Hi, my name is Wiley. I work with Athena AI to give you guys some top grade tips on how to get into your dream college. In today's video, we're gonna be looking at how to use AI on college applications, but specifically college essays. The first thing I wanna cover in this video is that all universities, I should say most universities, have a policy on AI. Most of them fit into these three categories I'll put up on screen right now. There's no AI at all, there's some AI, and then there's AI can be used for everything. So before you use AI on any of your college application type stuff, make sure you go to all the schools that you want to apply to and you make sure you look over for any AI policies they might have, but it is allowed at most schools, so don't let that scare you off. Next, I want to talk about the college admissions process a little bit, and I'll put a link to a video in the corner, which should be like over here somewhere, I think, where my boss talks about it a little more, and he goes way more in depth. But the part about it that I want to cover are just the steps taken by admissions officers in a very broad sense with selecting students for their college. So you start with the application, obviously, but then you move into this funnel. And this funnel is where admissions officers look for if you're a good academic fit in the college. This could be how many APs you took, what grade you had in the classes, how well you performed on various tests. And that's all looked at in this funnel to see if you are a good academic fit for that school. Let's say you are a good academic fit and you make it into the funnel. Now we're into the sieve, and if you've ever baked anything in your life or gone to the beach and played with like a sieve in the sand when you were a kid, you know that the bigger pieces of like the flour or the rock stay in the sieve. And then the fine sand, or let's say like the flour salt mixture, kind of fall out. And what the admissions officer is looking for are those fine grains of sand. You want to be one of their fine grains of sand. And what gets you through the sieve is your college essay and supplementals. The college admissions officer wants to know, are you good for this campus? Will you add to life? Will you add to the undergraduate life here at this university? What challenges have you overcome? What is your personality like? Who are you outside of the classroom? That's what they're trying to get from these supplementals and from the college essay. And so it plays a vital role in deciding if you're actually going to get into the college or not. But let's say you get through the sieve, then you're in the basket, and you've made it to the college. I'll put the diagram on screen, obviously. Here at Athena, we believe that this diagram is the most accurate. We've talked to admissions officers and directors who agree with this system. Now that you have a pretty basic understanding of the college admissions process, let's take a look at AI. Most people, when they think of AI, they think of ChatGPT and other sites like that where you just enter a prompt and it spits out the answer. Well, ChatGPT doesn't actually know anything. It uses very accurate prediction in order to literally predict what you're going to say. For example, if I'm going to type in, tell me facts about the Golden Gate, it'll assume that I'm asking about the Golden Gate Bridge because it's used these sources that it's gathered from all over the internet to train it, and it's realized that Golden Gate is usually followed by the word bridge. And that's just what ChatGPT does. It predicts a knowledgeable outcome. It's kind of like an educated guess. Now let's talk about ChatGPT in a college sense. So usually chat is going to be used for either writing the college essay, which I know none of you would ever do because Athena AI viewers use AI for good and not for bad, right? Or they use it to brainstorm ideas or even to gather some feedback for their college essay. The thing that ChatGPT actually struggles with the most is capturing your voice, is capturing an authentic voice and then replicating it. You'll notice that if you ask ChatGPT to write up maybe a paragraph or two of your essay, it's not going to sound very human. And it's going to sound like that robot voice we did when we were all in second grade to like be funny. That's what it's going to sound like reading it. I will prepare yourselves to die in a year. Third and last part of the video, this is the most important, so if you're watching, stay watching. I promise you this is going to be good. We're moving on to my recommendations for how to use AI in your college application. And let me tell you, if I had these tips when I was a senior in high school, I would have had a lot easier of a time. The first tip we have is to use ChatGPT for feedback or for generating ideas, but you want to give it a very specific prompt. So maybe you take one paragraph of your college essay and you enter it into ChatGPT and you ask, please look for grammatical errors on this, structural errors. You want to be very specific about what you ask for, and that'll help you get more out of the AI. My second tip for you is to use Athena AI. And I know I'm paid to say that, but I genuinely mean it. As a college student to a soon-to-be college student, Athena AI would have been a game changer for me in my senior year in high school. What they do is kind of like ChatGPT, but instead of being trained on the whole internet, they actually go to specific colleges like Harvard, Stanford, Yale, all of these Ivy League colleges with more, and they ask students on campus there, hey, can we have your college essay? Can we have your supplementals that helped you get into this college? And they compile all of those essays together, and then they can give you feedback on your college essay based off of those Ivy League students and those Ivy League schools where they got those essays from. So you can literally write your essay and structure it just like someone who got into Harvard. And let's say you're trying to get into Harvard and you have to answer a few supplementals. You can actually go and select Harvard supplementals. And then it'll grade your supplemental based off of other Harvard supplementals and not every school. So they've got a supplemental subsection for Harvard, for Yale, for Northeastern, for Northwestern. And if they don't have your school that you want to go into, don't worry, there's a playground area where you can actually enter your own prompt and it'll still give you graded feedback based off of all the data they've collected. So no matter what school you're applying to, you're still getting advice from the top students in the country. We have a free plan. Go check it out. Link will be in bio. Let's move on. My last tip for you is to just literally not use AI at all. If you're not comfortable with it, or if you're worried that you're not sure what the university's AI policy is, just don't use AI. You might miss out on some quality feedback and cheap feedback, honestly, because if you hire a counselor for your college admissions, it's actually going to be way more expensive than just using Athena AI, which is $15 a month, by the way, for like a decent plan. So, but yeah, if you're not comfortable with it or you're not sure what your university policy is going to be, just don't use AI. It's okay. All right, I hope you guys learned something from today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm happy to answer any questions you guys may have. Just let me know down in the comments. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one.